Hey YouTube, Shelka04 here. So today I want to talk to you about a fix that I had to do on the hot water heater tank for the RV. And what I've got is a piece of half-inch conduit that represents the end of the flame tube. Now, in the past, see this little baffle thing in my hand? Again, this is just representative. This isn't the actual flame tube. But this little baffle was somehow attached to the end of the flame tube that's deep in the hot water heater. That broke off. When that broke off, what happened was the flame that would come out of the tube was more pencil shaped. And while it still worked, I had the concern that what was going to happen was I was going to wind up creating a hot spot inside my hot water heater and eventually burning a hole through the wall. So let's go to the hot water heater and I'll show you what I did. This is the hot water heater. Okay. So this piece again fit on the end of the flame tube up in there. And when I touched it, because it's 25 years old and got hot in the past, it broke off. Now you can replace this whole fitting. It's about $30, but my concern was that as I started taking the screws out to replace it and unbolting or attaching stuff, that I was going to have trouble with these nuts and these screws. So the solution was to try to figure out something that I could work with in place. So here's what I did. I took a piece of copper wire, number 10, that's about 1 foot long, and on the end in there I bent a loop. And the reason I went with copper wire was because I wanted to be able to bend this and adjust it in place. And also it would be easier to fabricate beforehand. So I bent a loop on the end, and then I took a nut and 2 washers and a bolt. And I put the bolt, a washer, through the loop, another washer, and then the nut on the end. And basically made up something that looks like this. Got the idea? Can you see it in there? I'll hold this steady for a second. Maybe I can even zoom in a little. See what I'm talking about? You got 2 washers that are sandwiching the loop there. Okay. Then I came out with the wire and attached it here with a hose clamp. Now what that does is that it allowed me to move the thing this way or that way. And also, if you notice, it's not exactly flat on there. Because it's a copper wire, I was able to bend it up and down. Now, what's that done is instead of just a straight flame like I mentioned, it gives me that kind of shape. You know, the diffused flame shape, which is a lot, I guess, gentler on the back wall of the hot water heater. So we'll look at it again. And I did this for about 50 cents. So if you want to throw money away, go out and buy a new one for $30 and spend the afternoon replacing it. Or save your money and buy a piece of copper wire and 2 washers, a nut and a bolt, hose clamp, and in about 30 minutes you can have a fix. As I said, I highly recommend a fix because you don't want to burn a hole through the back wall of your hot water tank. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, please subscribe to my channel, and we'll talk to you later. Shelka04 out. Thanks.